David Menzies for Rebel News here in Thornhill, Ontario. And folks, they say a dog is man's best friend, but apparently Mohammed Saberi Kamara did not get that memo. You see, Kamara and his companion, that would be Farima Saghari Toysirkani, both of whom are 54, allegedly carried out a grotesque act of animal cruelty on Monday. Here is what Toronto police allege happened in a media release. Quote, a man and woman were in a moving vehicle with their two dogs. The dogs were tethered to a single leash that was affixed to the collar of each dog. The vehicle stopped momentarily when the woman exited and removed one of the dogs from the vehicle, still affixed to the leash, and shut the door and got back into the vehicle. The dog was outside of the moving vehicle and being dragged as the vehicle continued. The second dog in the vehicle was being pulled by the force. Bystanders intervened to stop the vehicle and called police. The dogs were taken to a veterinarian clinic and treated for their injuries. Now, Kamara has been charged with 4 counts of willfully cause unnecessary pain / suffering or injury to an animal. Toysirkani was arrested and charged with 2 counts of willfully cause unnecessary pain / suffering or injury to an animal. And folks, in the aftermath of this grotesque act of animal cruelty, what were they thinking? What were these two people up to in dragging dogs in weather that is plus 42 with the humidex? And you know, it reminds me of that story from a few years back. Remember that farm just outside of Peterborough, Ontario, where a horse trainer, no less, was dragging a horse with a truck? Check it out.
Good girl. Awesome. Fantastic. Why are you a retard? Why? 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 Like literally squirting blood. Like her hoof was here and it was like spurting out over there.
Now, the woman that was behind that grotesque act of animal cruelty is Solstice Pasal, who is, or rather was, a horse trainer. As a result of a plea deal, she was fined $2,500 and placed on probation. She is also not permitted to have custody, care, or control of any horse in Ontario for a 5-year period. For what it's worth, I think Miss Pasal got off lightly. So why are we in Thornhill when the scene of the crime was in North Toronto? Well, it's this, folks. I was tipped off yesterday that Mr. Kamara is a real estate agent with this realty firm, Remax Realtron Thornhill. We went in, we spoke to some employees in there. They confirmed he is an agent with this agency. He is not in today. They don't know when he'll be back in, and they were aware they had nothing to say. And for that matter, what can you say when you see such grotesque cruelty put out against, as I said earlier, man's best friend? I don't know who Miss Toysirkani is. I haven't been tipped off. Now, I have left my card for the agent to call me. I hope he'll man up. I hope he'll do the right thing. I hope he'll come on camera and try to possibly explain what I think is the unexplainable. As for his female counterpart, I have no information where she lives or where she works. And that's why I'm counting on you folks. If you have any information regarding this despicable duo, please reach out to us at tips@rebelnews.com. That's tips@rebelnews.com. Personally, I don't think the animal cruelty laws in our country go far enough maybe what's needed is, well, a heaping helping of public shaming. Of note, I was able to touch base with Jeremy Pilarski. He's the vice president of Remax Realtron Realty. Pilarski said the company is conducting an internal investigation regarding the alleged dog dragging incident. Pilarski also told me that Camara told him that the whole incident is a big misunderstanding, that the dog being dragged was completely unintentional. Now, this version of the incident, of course, is contrary to what multiple eyewitnesses had to say to police, and really it does strain credibility. In any event, Pilarski says the Remax investigation is ongoing. As well, he noted Camara is not an employee, but an independent contractor. Even so, if it is determined that Camara was intentionally causing harm to the dog, he will be disciplined and perhaps even terminated. Stay tuned for further updates. Hey folks, I know you love it when Rebel News brings you the other side of the story, the side of the story the legacy media can't be bothered with. But you know what? We need your help. Could you please go to rebelfieldreports.com? That's rebelfieldreports.com. We depend on you, not the federal government, for our funding. Please, if you're able to, kindly make a donation.